Breakups suck, and I got broken up with a little over 2 weeks ago, and I'm pretty sure the person I was dating is already talking to someone else, and it kills. So recently, my first girlfriend broke up with me. It was the first time I ever dated a girl, and it feels worse than a regular breakup because it feels like I also lost my best friend, and it hurts really bad. It feels really weird to go from talking to her every single day, all the time, to not speaking at all. And, spending all of my free time with her. Like, I spend most of my time working, and, whenever I had a day off, I would go and spend it with her. And it's just crazy how fast it all changed. I keep trying to speak, but I don't want to start crying. But it's just crazy how, like a month ago, everything was fine. And, we were like best friends. And I felt really loved, and I didn't think anything would go wrong. And I thought we were gonna be together for a long time, and then it just changed. And before the breakup, like a few days before, she was acting really cold and distant, and she wasn't talking to me the way that she usually did. Like, she was barely texting me, and when she did text me, it was kind of just like if she needed something. Like, for example, her car, she had to bring it to the mechanic, and they were trying to make her, or they weren't trying to make her, but they were trying to get her to buy some extra services that she didn't need. And she was like, the only time it felt like she was actually wanting to talk to me the days before the breakup, or when she was asking me car questions, asking me if she should do the things that they were asking her to do. And then also when they told her what was wrong with her car, she asked me about it, and I told her, oh, that that's a really easy fix, because I know a good bit about cars, so she was coming to me for that. And then so I knew something was up. She was acting weird, and I'm not gonna say that I was the perfect partner, I guess, because I wasn't, and there was things that I did that bothered her, and we talked about it, and those things ultimately led to the breakup. It wasn't, at least, I don't know, to me it wasn't anything that bad, but there were things that bothered her. Like, for example, she would bring up issues that she was having, and I would, instead of I wasn't making her feel validated, and sometimes she would bring something up, and it would make me uncomfortable, and I wouldn't want to talk about it, so I would kind of just not say a lot, and she didn't like that, and it bothered her. When I would talk to people about the problems we were having in the relationship, they would always say that I was in the right, and that she was the problem. But, obviously my friends are going to be biased towards me. And, if she talks about me to her friends, then her friends are going to be biased towards her, and they're going to tell her that I'm the problem, And I don't think her friends really liked me that much. She never, outright said that to me, but she kind of implied it. Not because I'm a bad person, me and her, we're very different people. Like, I'm very shy, I like to be at home, I like to stay in my comfort zone. While she's really into, going to clubs and dancing and, just being a socialite. Or not a socialite, I wouldn't say she was a socialite, but she liked to dance and stuff, and I don't know how to dance, and I felt whenever I would go to clubs with her and stuff, she would be dancing, and then I would kind of just want to just stand on the sides and watch, and she always wanted me to be in the middle of the dance floor with her, but I don't dance, So it made me uncomfortable. I didn't like being there, you know. And I'm shy. I'm not the best at talking to people that I don't know. And I guess her friends thought that I was rude because of that. Like, I remember she told me that one time. She said that her friends thought I was rude. And like, I'm not rude. I I'm just not good at small talk, and I'm not good at, talking to people that I don't know. Like, I'm a very anxious person, especially, like, I'm pretty socially anxious as well, and she knows that. You know, if your boyfriend or girlfriend is doing something that you don't like, and you tell your friends, more than likely your friends are gonna be on your side, and vice versa. If they tell someone that you're doing something they don't like, then their friends are gonna be on their side. You know, that's just how it works. And I don't know. I think it's just speculation, but I think maybe talking to her friends helped her make that decision. I mean, no, I'm not gonna blame her friends. I think she made the decision on her own. Maybe she asked them if it was the right choice, and they said yes. But the breakup itself, it hurt really bad. It sucked. You know, like I said, first time being in a relationship with a girl and first breakup with a girl, fucking hurt so bad, really bad. And then less than a week after we broke up, she already started talking to someone else. And it just it felt like I had already been stabbed. Like, the breakup, it already hurt. But then finding out that she's moving on, the video got cut off. But what I was saying was, the breakup itself, it hurt. Felt like I got stabbed. And then finding out that she already started talking to someone else, already, started moving on, had someone else in her life that quick, within less than a week of us breaking up. It just felt like the knife twisted, Like, I got stabbed, right? Was in there, got the wound, and then she twisted the knife. That's what it felt like. And I know we're not together anymore. I can't be upset. She can do whatever she wants. She can be with whoever she wants. She can talk to whoever she wants. But it just sucks. Like, how I don't understand it. Like, how can you already start talking to someone else? And I don't know for sure if she's talking to anyone, but I did this to myself, and I don't recommend it. I was watching her social media, and I saw that she started following someone else on Instagram, and at first I got kind of worried, and I was like, oh, shoot, is she already talking to another girl, like, that fast? And whatever, I tried not to think about it. I was like, it could be anyone, Doesn't mean that she's talking to that person romantically, right? And then a few days later, again, I don't recommend this, I went on TikTok. I wasn't really looking for anything. Like, for some reason, I looked at her followers on TikTok, and I saw that the same girl that she followed on Instagram was also following her on TikTok. And I was like, shit, okay, so she is talking to someone else. Because, like, the thing is, she doesn't follow any of her friends on TikTok. Like, I know she used to follow her ex-girlfriend. They followed each other. And then she followed me. I mean, while her and I were dating, she wasn't following her ex-girlfriend. But I know in the past, she had her ex-girlfriend on TikTok. And then, she followed me on TikTok soon after we met. And, she didn't follow any of her regular platonic friends on TikTok. It was just me. So the fact that she's following this new girl, I know that they're talking. And this girl is definitely her type too. So yeah, I know that, I don't know, they'll probably start dating eventually. And it just sucks. It hurts. It hurts to know that she's already moving on and she has some other girl that she's investing in. Like, it sucks. It really sucks. We went from talking all the time and her being my best friend just for us to barely talk anymore. And it sucks. The day that we broke up, she said to me, I still love you and I really care about you. And I didn't want to do this, and it was really difficult for me to do, and it's one of the hardest decisions I've ever had to make in my life. But I felt like it's the best thing that I can do for myself. And you know, I understood that. I didn't fight her on it or anything. I just took it. You know, she broke up with me, and I just, like she said, I feel like we should break up. And I just nodded. I was like, okay. And I couldn't speak because I didn't want to like cry. And you know, I did cry. But I didn't like beg her to stay with me or whatever. Like, if you want to break up with me, then break up with me, dude. I'm not gonna beg you to stay. And she said I've never remained friends with any of my exes, but it's different with you, and I do think you're a really good person. I just think that you have a lot of trauma that you have to work through. And she said that she didn't think I'd be able to work through that trauma if I stayed. You know, if I stayed in the same environment that messed me up. And she even said that, you know, I don't know, but yeah, she said that she still wanted to be friends. And you know, when I heard that, the first thing that my mind went to, I didn't say this, but the first thing that came to my mind was, yeah, you want to be my friend until you find someone else. That's what I thought. Because I mean, if I was in a relationship with someone and I knew that they were still talking to their ex, I wouldn't be too happy about that. And I know it would be the same case for her. Like, if she started dating a girl and this girl is still friends with her ex, I know she wouldn't like that at all, and she wouldn't be okay with it. So I know that, you know, when she does start dating someone, she's just gonna stop talking to me. So yes, she said, yeah, I want to keep being your friend, but I don't think that's actually the case. And we haven't really talked in a few days, so I don't think we're gonna stay friends. My phone keeps running out of storage. My dog's here now. I would love to keep being friends with her, or I would love to be your friend in the future, but I think right now I'm just gonna have to go no contact, because if I keep talking to her, I don't think I'm gonna be able to get over it. And then also, I don't know how I'm gonna handle, like, if she does start dating this girl, I don't know how I'm gonna handle, you know, seeing that happen, like when she starts posting stories and stuff with her girlfriend, starts like showing her off the way she used to with me, you know. It just sucks thinking that they're gonna do the same things that her and I did. She's gonna take her to the places she took me, and I don't know, it just sucks. We weren't together that long. Like, we met in September. We started talking in September, like mid-September, I think, and then we met around the 20-something of September. It was on but from the beginning it was romantic, you know. The second time we hung out, so I guess our second date, by the second date, it was like we were already dating, basically. Like, we weren't in a relationship, but it was like we were pretty much like, okay, we will start dating eventually. We started dating at the end of October, but it felt like we were dating since the beginning, you know. So like end of September, and then we broke up a week before Valentine's Day, so like early February. So it was only about 4 months, but it's still like, you know, I really loved her. I know she really cared about me and that she really loved me, but it's just really difficult to believe that when I know that she's already talking to someone else. Like, it's insane to me. Like, how I don't want to talk to anyone else. Like, I'm still getting over you, dude. You know, the night that I found out, like, when I saw that she was following the girl on TikTok, that crushed me, and I was like, I think I cried myself to sleep. I don't know. But it was like, I was in bed, I was getting ready to go to bed, and for some odd reason, I checked her followers. I wasn't looking for anything on TikTok. On Instagram, yes, I was. But on TikTok, I wasn't really looking for anything. I just did it, and then I saw that, and I was like, holy shit. I was not expecting it. I was like, fuck. Oh, she is talking to her. They are talking. And yeah. So yeah, that night I was really upset. I cried. It was bad. And then the next day I was like, you know what? She's talking to someone else. Let me start talking to someone else too. And I downloaded a dating app and I made the profile and everything. And then after like an hour, I was like, what the fuck am I doing? I don't want this. What the heck? I don't want another relationship. Not yet, dude. It's so soon. Like, I think it would have hurt no matter what. You know, knowing that she was talking to someone else. But at least give it a month, bro. Come on. It was just a few days after. And she hasn't, like, upright said this to me that she's talking to someone else. But, like, I just have a very, very strong feeling. And I know that I'm right. It just sucks. It sucks. But, after I found out that she was talking to this other girl, I wanted to text her and be like, how so soon? How are you already? But I didn't. I'm not gonna let her know that I lurked and whatever. But I had to pick up some things from her house, so I asked if that was cool, and you know, I went over, grabbed some stuff, and I really wanted to bring it up to her, not specifically say, hey, I know you're talking to someone else, but I wanted to talk about how, like, it's just really hurts to know that she's already moving on while I'm still grieving. But I wanted to say something so bad, but I couldn't find the words, and I didn't know how to bring it up, so I just didn't say anything, you know. I just grabbed my stuff, and we talked for a while. And yeah, that was that. And then later that night, I texted her, and I basically said, like, when I was at her house, she knew that I had something to say, and that I just wasn't saying it. And she kept saying, hey, if there's something you want to talk about, we can talk. Like, you don't have to be afraid to talk to me. I feel like you're scared. And I was just like, no, I'm okay. So later on that night, I texted her saying that the breakup has been very, very hard for me, and that it's just crazy how fast everything changed, and I'm not handling it very well. And I was basically saying that it's really bothering me that you're moving on so fast. I'm still in so much pain. And I was saying that when we broke up, I wish that I said more instead of just staying quiet. And that, you know, I was saying, I hope you don't take this the wrong way. I just wanted to be honest. And then she replied saying, I hear you, but I think I'm going to need a little... She said, I think I'm going to need a little time before responding to this. And then it was like 3 days of silence. And then she finally got back to me just saying that she appreciates me being honest, but she feels like the breakup was the best thing for both of us, and that she had to do what was right for her, and that she still cares about me and thinks I'm a good person, but she's standing by the breakup and whatever. Like, I didn't text her that to try to get her to change her mind or anything. I just wanted to express how I felt. And yeah, I told her that. I responded to her and I said, yeah, I appreciate the response. I wasn't trying to change your mind. I just wanted to let you know what I was feeling. And she was like, yeah, I appreciate you being honest with me. And, you know, I didn't say anything after that, and we haven't talked since. It's been a few days. And I don't know, it'd probably be best if we just kept it this way, at least for now. And in the future, I would love to be your homie, but I don't think I can do it right now. But you know, hopefully a few months from now, I feel better, and you know, me and her can go back to being homies. I mean, I guess we were never homies to start with. It was just kind of like instantly romantic. It was never really platonic with me and her. But, you know, yes, she was my girlfriend, but at the same time, she was like my best friend. So I hope eventually we can just, you know, be friends, no problem, you know. And I think it is possible. I just need some time. And you know, part of me still hopes that maybe in the future we can actually make things work. And that sounds really, really like lame of me, because I feel like the fact that she's already talking to someone else, it should be enough to just like make me be like, okay, no way, I don't want this anymore. But it's not, you know. If something is meant to be, if something is meant for you, it will come back to you. If something's meant to be in your life, it'll stay in your life. If it's not meant to be in your life, it leaves. So yeah, I guess if we're meant to be together, then we'll go back together. If not, then I'll find someone else that's actually right for me. But in the meantime, I will be sad. But something I really need to work on is stop looking at her social media. Like, I've muted her Instagram stories and I muted her notes on Instagram. So I'm really hoping that's going to help. I just need to not go on her profile, which I haven't been doing. And I really hope I can continue to do that. Also, stop looking at her TikTok, stop looking at her reposts and all that. It's really embarrassing to say, but it's really something I need to work on and stop doing, because the more I do that, the more I'm gonna get hurt. Because like, if I didn't do that before, then I would have never known that she was already talking to someone else. Like, it's my fault. I wouldn't have known. She wouldn't have told me. It is my fault that I found out. I'm the only one to blame for that extra hurt that I got. Because yes, the breakup sucked, then finding out also sucked. But I only found out because I was lurking. So it's my fault. It is all my fault. So I am the cause of my own suffering. But yeah, I've heard so many things about the women loving women breakups, and they have not been very good. And I understand why now. Yeah, she was the first girl I dated, but I did have a situationship type thing with another girl, and that sucked. That was that one. That hurt. That hurt so bad. And this hurts too. But yeah, no, women are not for the weak. They are not for the weak. Anyway, I think this is all. Had to bring the rat into this. But yeah, it hurts, but we'll get through it. We will come out on top. We always do. Right, Rosie? Okay, alright. Enough sadness.